Okay, so this is what I think is a beautiful rock. It is important to me because my fiance gave this to me as a gift from one of her trips she recently took. And so I'm working on getting a flat edge so I can put the attach the dop to it, and then so everything is nice and lined up for us to begin cutting the first set of facets. So my name's Kai. I met Doug through a book club that my fiance attends, and that is who the dice that we're making in this video is for.
All right, you got to say die or else the internet's gonna flame you.
I have missed making things. I live in an apartment, don't really have access to making things. Growing up as a kid, my dad had a shop and did a lot of woodworking and working on engines, and this opportunity just presented itself and I said, let's do it. It sounds fun, let's give it a shot.
I brought Kai into the shop because one of my goals this year was to get more people into faceting. My other goal was to get more people their own Hedron Rockworks die. If you want to learn more, wait until the end for a big announcement.
And then I'm gonna find 3738.
Yep.
That's where we want it.
Raise up and then raise the mast. Go, it'll click,
okay.
And then you can just whoop.
Okay.
Now bring this down to see like about where it's gonna need to be. Your cutting zone is gonna be
like mid in
from
the middle?
here to here.
Okay.
Like a line like that. Lock down your mast. Mast.
Okay, this is the mast.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. For now, just to kind of go slow. So that I hit the stop. You can tell because it's.
Yeah. Okay.
So you go to 16.
Okay.
And cut that one. And now you see the angle's a lot higher. So go there, grind that down to the stop.
Okay.
So at this stage, we're just trying to root material.
Yeah.
And at 240 grit, you're going to refine the shape more. With this stone, we'll probably do 1200 on copper or a 600.
Okay.
And that's when you're going to like get the final shape of the stone.
Okay, this part I'm getting upset with this. This
Okay.
corner right here. There's like a teeny, just like the smallest bit that like I've tried to adjust it.
I think you've done too much. So I think this is going to be pretty close because I just went to something that was kind of in between.
Okay.
It'll be 2 seconds if it's right. And yeah, pretty close. Good enough.
Okay, I'll go to the next one.
Nope. Okay. Okay, so the kicker here is we could go on to like this face,
yep,
or onto that face, and one of them's right and one of them's wrong. These around here are 10-fold symmetry,
Yeah.
and these are 5-fold.
Yeah.
So we really want to focus on this. So when I bring this down until you see the number just go up a little bit,
Okay.
and then kind of settle this in. So basically you just push down on this and then tighten. This is the magic of dice making to me, and
Yeah.
it struck me the second I finished my first one, which was like a piece of granite that came. I have like a rock flower bed out here, and I turned it into a die that just blew my mind away. And here is, you know, essentially a rock out of Lake Erie. I mean, it's a nice, I mean, it's a piece of quartz, but it's still kind of just a rock.
Yeah.
And you sit down, you put your time into it, and then you end up with this. And to me, there's a magic there that has completely hooked me.
I was actually surprised at how, I don't want to say it's easy because it's really hard, but with Doug teaching, it felt like it was easy. Obviously, when you sit here and stare at it for 20 hours, which is about how many hours I've put into it so far, like you'll begin to notice those things. But I think for a first attempt, it was really good. I think my favorite part of this process was the polishing step. You kind of go from something that's, you know, at 100 grit, it's just real washed out and pale. It looks almost like the natural stone face after it was weathered. And then once you get up to 600, you start to see a little bit of beauty in the rock, but once you start polishing it, it turns into something gorgeous.
Thank you to all of my viewers and subscribers for tuning in. I'm just blown away by the nice comments and all the support. I have 2 goals this year. My 2 goals are to get more people access to purchasing my dice and to get more people into faceting. So I'm excited to announce that I've started a Patreon to accomplish these goals. I'm going to start selling my work directly to you, and Patreon is a great way for me to crowdfund these dice and make them more affordable for my audience. At $3 per month, you'll get priority on sales, and when the Patreon grows, I will have heavily discounted dice that are essentially paid for by the Patreons. At $5, you'll get ad-free access to early video content, sneak peeks into upcoming videos, live streams once per month, and I will even send a Hedron Rockworks sticker to you. Finally, our $10 tier is where you'll get access to valuable information for starting your journey into faceting. You will have access to a written how-to guide on faceting a die of your own, my dice cut plans, and access to my Patreon exclusive How to Facet channel, where I'll be making in-depth videos on how to make a die. This is a very exciting step, and I'm so happy to see this channel growing. Be sure to follow my Instagram and check out our future videos to hear updates on this development.